As technologies grow left and right and become more accessible, teachers are finding ways to use them in ways that support education and training. Discovering these web tools and learning management systems that allow teachers to be creative authors of their own courses online has been beneficial. As an education media design graduate student, using Ududtu was one example of a tool that a teacher might use to create a course. This course I created was a primary color mixing lesson, and it was meant for a kindergarten or first grade student. Ududtu makes it easy to upload video or audio files or images, and so that these would be presented as the course content. One of the features that has evolved in these learning management organizations is the idea of having a library where learning objects, such as these little color palettes, can be uploaded and then reused again. These particular color triangles were drawn in a PowerPoint and saved as JPEGs and used over and over in different assessments. Ududtu makes it very easy to assess students, and there are a lot of options of how you would like to do it with matching or multiple choice or sequencing, and I ended up using a bit of multiple choice. Once the child would choose, I had a jump to feature which allowed the child to then go to one screen or another depending on how they answered. I chose a basic scenario, simple conditional, and this allowed students to progress through the interactive media pages and course information, and then once they were assessed, they moved forward to new pages. One other assessment tool I used was a single image with a list of answers that the child could choose from, and again, if they chose right or wrong, they would move forward or get a chance to review backward and try again. One possible change that might improve the course would be to change the scenario a little bit. Letting the child up front pick the primary colors of their choice might give them ownership, and then the resulting colors that were mixed might have deeper meaning and be more relevant. After designing the course, it was then extracted using SCORM, which makes it compatible and able to be delivered on other systems. For our class, we used Facebook. There are two sides to the system. There's the Ududtu teacher side and the Ududtu learn side. Both sides can be run on Facebook, and from the teacher side, you get information such as activity reports, who's using the Ududtu course, and you can get quiz reports. Here there are 2 people that have taken the test at this point. Using Facebook allowed me to put on my wall a request for people to try the course, and this would be geared at parents who have children and they could guide children through the course because the Facebook site is geared towards an older age. Or a teacher who has access to computers could set up the site so students could take the course in the classroom. I think the classroom will continue to have paints and paintbrushes, and hopefully pencil and paper will remain part of the classroom as well, because these traditional tools have been linked to skill development and neurological development in young children. The look of the classroom is expanding, however, and teachers are using the internet, for example, to connect to other classrooms across the globe. Accessibility to knowledge is changing the definition of education. Knowledge is being created and distributed in new and creative ways across the internet. And because of the Advanced Distributed Learning Initiative, that knowledge is being packaged in ways that makes it accessible across multiple systems. A course like I built in Ududtu, because it was extracted in SCORM, is then readable in other systems such as Moodle or Facebook or other learning systems. As a result, there is a wonderful resource of shared content that teachers have access to, and in the face of changing education, this may be one direction that teachers choose to take their classroom and evolve.